said, my name is Gregory Town with Performance Driven Consulting. When John asked me to speak for today's event, I asked him, is there a particular message you want me to bring to the group, to the organization today? And John said, well, just go and talk about what your business does, what your consulting practice entails. And I told him, well, that's the wonderful thing about what I do, what my consulting practice entails is I bring forth a message to help get people out of their own way. I help touch, move, and inspire, and to help people build their business and increase their sales. So through talking with that, John said, well, maybe the concept of the entrepreneurial spirit. And I sat there and smiled and said, this is one of my favorite things to talk about. Now, when I say the word entrepreneurial spirit, what is the first thing that comes to everybody's mind? Just go and throw some stuff out there.
Freewheeling.
Independence.
Independence.
Win by yourself.
By yourself. What type of person comes to your mind?
Type A.
Type A. Leader. Joe.
Todd.
All great answers. All absolutely great answers. Actually, the business leader, the type A, typically what most people think is that person that's actually physically writing the check for the lease payment of whatever whatever space their business is taking up. That's what most people think of when they hear the word entrepreneurial spirit. And trust me, just about 100% of those people absolutely have the entrepreneurial spirit. But the entrepreneurial spirit shows up in several different facets of our business life. The entrepreneurial spirit is, like Robert here, who owns Raw Computers, or is one of the owners of Raw Computers. And whether they get paid or they don't get paid, he still has people that he has to pay, and he has to physically write that check regardless. The entrepreneurial spirit is like Mr. Pena over here, that has an office. Edward Jones is 100% commission. And if he doesn't make a sale, he doesn't get paid. And I'm not sure with his office if he is responsible for paying the light bill or not paying the light bills. But still he is on that aspect of, okay, 100%. If I don't perform, I don't get paid. That entrepreneurial spirit can even show up in your own employees. Those employees that, even though they are salaried or they take an hourly wage, they still treat their job literally as if it was their own business, and they look at it with that degree of dedication. And I tell you what, those are the best employees in the world to have. So that entrepreneurial spirit will show up in several different aspects of our business life. What makes these people different? They take absolute ownership of their business. They take absolute ownership of their responsibilities, of their job. They don't try to pass off the buck. Somebody with the entrepreneurial spirit, you will never hear them say, that's not my job. They look at everything as a team. How do we build this? They are very proactive. They're not going to sit idly by and wait for something to happen or for a problem to develop and morph and get into a bigger problem, or somebody to come tell them they need to take care of a problem. They're going to actively look at how do they make problems go away, how do they make the business more productive. They are expert problem solvers. The best employees I've ever had in the world are the ones that will come to me and say, okay, here's a problem that's coming up and here's what we think that we should do to solve it. They don't just come running to the boss and saying, oh, we have a problem and here it is to you. They are absolutely expert at problem solvers. And they play sick, they play injured. I was actually talking to a very good friend of mine last week, and we were talking about the art of entrepreneurship. And both him and myself have a background in sports in high school and college. And we were talking about football. And and I remember that reflected back to a day and age when my coach looked at me and said, you play sick, you play injured. If you're feeling sick, if you're not feeling up to par, tough. The buck stops here. Go out and meet prospect. Go out and meet people. Go out and build those business relationships. That is what the entrepreneurial spirit person has. How to ignite that entrepreneurial spirit. I always tell people, work within your passions. And I'm a prime example of that. When I got out of the Army, I went and I finished out my degree in computer network engineering, and I went and took a job in the IT industry for one reason and one reason only. That's where all the jobs were at. And while I enjoyed my job, I did good. I was good at it. It was never my true passion. And it wasn't until that I worked to the end of that contract that I actually stepped into what my passion is, that all of a sudden I felt the entrepreneurial spirit ignite inside me. So the old saying is, make your vacation, or Make your recreation your vocation. You did not have to work, and you did not have to worry about money. What would you do? Find something that you can do that with. You know, I heard, as April says, I know, or no, I'm sorry, it was another CPA told me, like, I know it's going to be a CPA at 10 years old. I mean, that's passion right there.